Ion Radio is on the air from the Hyatt Regency Hotel here in Schaumburg. It's the 2024 Star Wars Armada World Championship here at AdeptiCon. To my left, your right, if you're watching us on the screen, is Ryan Becker, who's joining me in the booth again. I've got Adrian and Garrett out tableside. John is doing important Ion Radio related business. But he will be around as well. So I'm Ken reporting on the final round of Day 2 for the Armada World Championship, where we've got 36 players competing for those top 8 spots.
Yes, and realistically, Ken, it is very tight.
Yes, it is.
Top 8 spots. Anyone, going all the way down, maybe the top 20 players can theoretically, with the right win, get in.
So what we're going to do is we are going to transition over here to actually show you the current scores. The round is just about to start. It hasn't actually started yet. Actually, no, it just started. So we're going to do this, and while Ryan goes over scores and everything else, the positioning, we're going to showcase what is currently going on the field of play. So take it away, Ryan.
All right. So we wanted to put on a game where players are both trying to, we know we had to engage, where they don't quite have enough points to feel comfortable. And frankly, no one at this stage of the game has enough points to feel comfortable. No. The top person right now, Andy, has 22 tournament points. All right. James McCartney, the world champion, has 18 tournament points. So only 4 tournament points separate the top, going all the way down to 17 players. Okay, only 4 tournament points. If you have a 10-1, a 1-10, and the top 17 players or 18 players, that's 9 tables.
Right.
So you're to get 8 spots. So you're really anyone's game.
This really is. I mean, when you're looking at this, we have actually here you go, 22 points. You maybe want to go down, let's say 6 points. And so anyone under 15, maybe you don't have as good of a chance to make it in. But that's still 24 of the 36 players. That's 2/3 of the players we have in the field are capable of getting one of these slots. Now, what I'm going to guarantee you is if you're in a game right now, which everyone is, if you win, you have a chance at it. If you lose, you're out. I think that's just how close the competition is. There likely will not be any 6-5 games.
Yes, we feel pretty good that the winner of this game could go on, could have a very good shot at getting in the top 8. Chris is, everyone knows the world champion. If you don't know Chris, he is one of the best players in the United States and the world. He made the top cut. Top 26 last year, so he made Day 2 last year as well. This is his attempt to get into Day 3. He also has a very interesting story. He's currently in 10th, but he has a losing record. He's 1-2. In his 3rd game, he got a 10-1.
Right.
He had 2 little losses of a 5-6 and a 4-7, but got that big 10 that we've been talking about is key to putting yourself in a good position. So he's at 19 tournament points.
And this is one of the stories that I think is important to tell, that when you are actually engaged in your battles here in these tournaments, especially the 4-rounders, when it's this competitive, you want to position yourself. So if you can take a good loss, let's call it, at 5 or 4 points, that's where you want to be. And GR75 is at speed 2 that just put down on the table. We'll get a lot of this in. We want to talk about this right now.
Yeah, we'll set the table.
Here's what we're looking at, right? A 5-loss, a 4-loss, 9 points, but coming back with that big win is allowing him an opportunity to get that point. So now let's go ahead and take a look at what James has. So I'm going to let you talk about those.
All right. So the world champion had a 5 loss to start, and then he picked up a win with a 7 and a win with a 6. He's got 18 tournament points right there with the right matchup, and he's going to face this slippery Akbar list of Chris. So if we could go to the list, so we can kind of go through that if you'd like, Ken.
Sure. Which one do you want to look at first?
Let's look at Chris. We haven't.
Chris is first player. James is second player. We are playing Station Assault. I think that's a worthwhile thing to let you know. So let's take a look at Christopher's list here.
All right. So Chris is flying the Redfish, known as Admiral Akbar. He's got the Assault Frigate Mark II. with Akbar on it, Intel Officer, Katekin and Sholin, a reserve hangar deck, electronic countermeasures, and slave turrets. So this is drilling through off. You're trying to get that good side arc with an Akbar shot. You get the slave turret makes it so they get one shot. Then you have an MC-30 scout frigate, which is a great Akbar ship, and then. Because he throws the 2 reds out the side, he's got veteran gunners on that for the rerolls. He's got intel officer for eliminating a brace early on. Making someone comfortable. You can take 5 damage or you could brace, something like that. And then you have external rats. If you get close, you will hurt with this. You have turbo laser reroute and then foresight as well. Foresight, incredible title on an MC-30. Then you have a Corvette CR-90 with Ezra Bridger, turbo laser rear circuits, and Janus Light. Very, very routine build. GR-75 with Ahsoka and parts resupply. And then it got a mean squad ball of Lando, Ketsu, Tycho, and listen to this, 3 Z95s.
I like the Z95s in general because here's what you got. You've got red dice on these squadrons, and boy, can they pack either a mean punch or if they don't hit hard, you're going to get nothing. So they're very, very swingy.
And you can bring one of them back with reserve
hanger decks.
The only Rebel squadron that you can bring back with a reserve hanger deck.
So we're going to go over James's list as well. We've got the Vader Gazanti going in at speed 1 here.
Yeah. So real quick, just to run through, and people saw this list on stream yesterday.
Right.
Onager test bed with Ramadi, Admiral Titus, veteran gunners, Gunner-in-Chief Farnillian, medical team, orbital bombardment, particle cannon. So it hurts.
It does.
It is designed to hurt. And then he's got his shenanigans with interdictor suppression refit, Captain Nita, Aux shield teams, disposable capacitors, and then his shenanigans start with the grav wall projector, the grav shift reroute, and PDIC. He's got 2 Gazantis, one with Vader, parts resupply, the other with Commsnet, and then he's got an interesting squad ball of Merrick Steel, Volt, Scaris, Sienna Ray, and the last one is, trying to pull it up here, his squad ball. Ken, if you could just go down a little bit here.
Sorry
so
about that.
It's okay.
I'm doing like 6 things at once here and listening to Garrett.
I should have known Valen Rudor. He had him last year as well.
Right. So now I'm going to quick go over here. There's a few things we want to point out. So this token that I'm pointing to right now is the G7X Gravwell projector. So if you are within range 3 of it, you will have to deploy at speed 0. The interdictor is deploying at speed 1. This token over here is the grav shift reroute. So that's the one that will adjust anything within range 3 of it in terms of the token, can move obstacles up to range 2 from its current position.
And so it's interesting to know, we should know for the viewers, the objective is station assault. That's why you see 2 stations on there.
Right.
Each one of those stations is 40 points. They have 10 hull, and so you need to shoot them. And then if they go down, you get 40 points.
Onager is moving at speed 1.
The assault frigate is moving at speed 3. So it is trying to. That tells us, Ken, that he wants to get in there as fast as possible.
Right. So this is. I think we're going to have a bloodbath here. That's just going to be a. This is going to be an enjoyable game. I think both to watch, for us to talk about, and we're going to. Varnillion has a.
Blank.
A blank. No, an accuracy.
Accuracy. Okay.
A sign. I'm going to mark that down.
All right. So, and Varnillion, so good at dice manipulation. With Ramadi, he's going to move those stations where he can shoot through them. There's this huge obstacle, so he's going to get an extra die with obstruction. Chris knows that. He does have his MC-30, though, flying up there. Looks like maybe speed 3 on that MC-30, but outside of the Gravwell token.
Yep.
So James kind of took him out of the direct flight path with that. Kind of an inconvenience, more than a game ender. But, sometimes when you're at this high level, a little bit of an inconvenience can, kind of have this cascade effect, that we have a snowball effect in Armada. So something to think about. The angle of Truthy ships is also interesting. Remember, Akbar, right?
Yeah, you want to go out those sides.
So that's why he's deploying at that angle. Plus, it helps him get around. generally speaking, going head on to an onager is a recipe for disaster. But
It could be.
When you're first player, when you have a foresight MC30, you can use first player to go first with that Janus Light, and then you have Akbar as well. I believe he has ECMs on there, on his Akbar frigate. I would be surprised if he does. And he does, and so they're secure. They can take one shot. Janus Light is really more about activating first, maneuvering out of the honor
and hitting you hard, around those obstacles. So you're going to have an opportunity maybe to leverage Jaina's Light here. But again, there's going to be a lot of open space here. It's going to be interesting to see how things are moving around turn 2, because we're not going to get an onager shot in turn 1. We're not going to get it in turn 2. I think it's going to be turn 3 is going to be the engagement turn. And again, we are competing for an opportunity to continue. So the story is going to go one of two ways. Either the current world champion, James from last year, will progress, get a shot at progressing into day 3.
Defend his title.
Or Truthiness, who has lost the first 2 games, came back with a 10-1 win in the 3rd round, has an opportunity to move forward. So the GR75 is moved to Speed 1 with Admiral Titus.
That's slow down. And that is a slow down. That's interesting. So he's trying to get his GR75 to slow down, because his Akbar fleet is flying. Because Jaina's Light's at 4, and the MC30 is actually at 4. So Chris is looking to be aggressive, engage quickly, and with Titus, that GR75 is now only at speed 1. Does that change what Truthy does, or Chris does, with his dial? Because now probably wants to take a nav dial to try to get up and even stay with his fleet.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I am just really curious to see how we move on and progress here.
And Ken, back to your point,
yes,
both of these players need to play.
Yeah, they do. I don't think there are any games here where someone can survive a 6-5, fly around. Because even at the top levels, you're at 6 points. Well, let's take a look here at the T4 numbers here. We're not going to show these on screen, but you know what I will do for everyone that's watching at home? I will copy the link, paste it into the chat so that you guys can follow along with what we have here. But if Andy and Montana at 22 points,
right?
If both get 6 points, because we know they're not playing each other, they're at 28 points. That may not be enough to stay in. I mean, you're probably pretty good, but it may not be enough. If everyone else is starting to get 10s and 9s, that could knock them out. So they may want to shoot for a 7 or an 8 just to kind of guarantee that spot. In the 20 and 19 range, you've got to go for an 8, 9, or a 10.
Well, look, Andy and Montana could easily get a
GR75 is activating with a nav dial, and this is for
Truthy, and
yeah.
That nav dial is to talked about to get him up to speed faster, or maybe passing a token to help Jaina's Light. We'll get a
Part 3 supply is happening.
So that's what he did. So he took
all 4 ships.
Yeah, so he took the dial to get up to speed 2. And that GR75 has fulfilled its role, getting a token on each of the ships that it is supporting. Both of these players really have to try to engage, try to force a big score. It's a difficult position for Chris to be in, going into the teeth of that onager and that interdictor. We should note one thing that we haven't covered: the grab, shift, reroute token. James shifted the station quite a bit over. Very interesting. Wanting to split the stations. So what he's gambling on is Chris can't pick up both stations.
So GR75 sending a nav token, CommsNet over to the onager.
Gazanti.
Yeah, right. The Gazanti's doing that. Yeah. Gazanti GR75. I'm excited right now.
Right. We're how many games are we in? We're in 12th game.
This is our 12th game that we are broadcasting. We've got this one and 3 more to go. And let's be honest, we've been seeing a lot of great Armada. Ryan, you got to participate in 4 games there, which are Assault Frigate is showing concentrate fire. They're taking it as a token.
Makes sense. Get an all the rerolls you can with a bunch of red dice.
Yeah.
These players are going to go at it.
Oh, this is going to be good. This is an outstanding view right here. We're glad to showcase this. This does two things. One, this shows the beauty of the models here in Armada of these Imperial ships. And when you look across the table at that incoming set of black and blue and red on the Imperial ships, that's just got a fun look to it, I think.
To finish my point on the stations and why he went, James could have, what I would have thought he would have done was consolidate the stations so we can get obstructions. But what he's doing here is he's splitting them up, making it difficult for Chris, almost probably impossible to grab both of them.
Right, so he's going to get one, not the other one. And again, we're looking at, what are we being told here?
I told you assault frigate. I meant MC-30.
Okay, so it was the MC-30 that had that Confire, not the assault frigate. Garrett getting excited here, but this is, again, top table action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Gazanti is showing a squadron, taking it as a token, and also doing parts resupply. Sending that out to its ships.
A lot of tokens on the ships right now.
And we had a little arrow out there. We know Garrett likes the arrows. CR90 showing a nav, taking it as the dial, and
Soaking is parts resupply token into a nav token.
okay, so Ahsoka parts resupply into a nav.
To our point on Montana and Andy sitting at 22 points, they can't necessarily afford, like a 8-3 loss.
No.
25 tournament points, that is really, really on the bubble. So, they have to try to play to put themselves in the best position, and that might be a 5-6 loss.
Right.
But, just something to really think about. And all of the players are doing this. All of the players have this knowledge, which makes it really exciting.
Interdictor
they know where they stack up.
Interdictor is taking a nav token. Moving forward, it's speed 2. Both Garrett and Adrian working really hard, keeping us updated with the information off the table. It's a little noisier in here than usual because there's a lot more hype with this last round.
Yes.
Now the assault frigate is going to showcase a nav, taking it as a dial. Moving at, I think it's staying at speed 3 there. Jutting around.
Very interesting. His fleet is maneuverable. It's possible that Chris is trying to put both stations into play.
And splitting his forces to try and take it out.
Right.
If you're willing to sacrifice one of your ships to take maybe both stations, Andre's showing a dial for a nav, taking it as such. That's actually an interesting question. Let's take a quick look at his fleets and the point spread. 80 points, that's a swing. But you're depriving your opponent of 80 points also.
It's not necessarily a sacrifice, because if the Onager doesn't pursue the assault frigate, it is very unlikely the interdictor can kill the assault frigate. Because the squads will tie each other up, and then there's just not enough damage on an interdictor to take out an ECM assault frigate. So maybe Chris is going in there to really put both stations in play. And with Akbar, those Akbar red dice can shoot the station.
Yeah, and you've got the range. So this is going to prove to be speed 2 on that Onager. This is going to prove to be an interesting fight.
If Chris gets both stations, that's 80 points, putting him, in 7-4 territory, assuming nothing else dies, obviously.
Well, but see, it's more than just that. Right now, James holds those 80 points.
Mm-hmm.
So for every station he destroys, that's an 80-point swing.
40.
Well, it's 40 taken away from James and 40 added to your score. So, right now, like I said, James is at 80 points in that. Now, if Chris destroys the station, he's got 40, James is 40. That evens out to an MOV of 0. So that's why I'm saying 80 points, because of how that's working out. But you're right, it's 40 points that you get, but it's also 40 points you're depriving your opponent from.
So interestingly here, the ignition token has come out. Looks like he's putting both Jaina's Light and the MC-30 into play. He's that close for the MC-30 clearly, and I think our
Obstructed on the station to the shield die.
and he's obstructed on the station So he will get the extra Romani die, not lose a die. That is foresight, but
Yep.
even foresight,
Just because you have the foresight title does not guarantee that you will be able to survive.
So what I think he forces. What James just did is force the activation order, because Truthy has to move that Jaina's Light, which I think our crack team on the table has just told us is also in close range. So Chris has got to activate that GR75, get it out of arc, which he will do with his first activation, but that also locks that MC30 into taking a brutal hit.
Oh, most definitely. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be a bloodbath, and I'm just watching this movement. Does Merrick move forward?
All right, now it looks like we're into the squad phase here. There's positioning of squads, and however, these squads for Truthy could throw some damage onto that station as well. Could you imagine a Z95 rolling a double right into one of those stations?
That'd be an interesting way to take a station out. Each station only has 10 health points, so you can chew those up. And like I said, for 40 points, that's a worthwhile target.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Not sure exactly.
Very raucous environment in here. Everyone's excited.
There's definitely some excitement.
I might be talking a little fast. I'm very excited about this match, Ken.
Ryan, so am I. I mean, I'm actually so invested in what's happening that I'm almost ignoring my telecast duties here because I'm just want to see what's happening.
Can we bring Chris's fleet back up? I just want to see if he's got any extra defensive tech on that MC30, or if it's just foresight. I think I remembered ECM. No, he does not. Okay, so he only has foresight as his defensive tech, which is one of the best titles in the game. So he can take one shot from the Onager. I don't know if he can take two, even with foresight. But what he can do as first player is get right into the once that Onager takes a shot, he will know exactly where he needs to put his MC30 to get a double arc in the front of that Onager.
Right.
And that Onager will be in for a pain of hurt once it activates.
Oh, I agree. And once the other thing with an Onager, you can hit it up front. That's a hard nut to crack. With 5 shields up front, you've got some defensive capabilities on it. Now, once you get around the side, these things can fall apart like a glass cannon.
Absolutely. Nothing more fun, I say, than blowing up an Onager.
Well, having done it a couple times with some MC30s, I'm kind of rooting on both sides here. But again, like I said, there's a good story to be told either way in terms of how this plays out, and I really believe that one of these two players will be progressing into day 2.
And I think what their first turn is showing you is exactly why we picked this game. They have to fight.
Yeah.
They are going at each other, and especially with station assault, it sets up such an interesting thing. Normally, thematically at least, you would think it would be the rebels trying to defend the poor innocent civilians on the station.
Right.
When in reality, the rebels are trying to blow up these. Maybe they're a military installation.
It's probably a military installation.
Yep. So it's okay. It's okay to blow up the station for the rebels.
And here we go into turn 2.
All right. So if that CR90 is in range, black dice range, I think it will activate first to get out of there. That's my prediction for Chris. Okay, Chris. James. Both players have refreshed their parts resupply, which happens at the end of the round. So they should only have, depending on how many, Chris should only have 1 left to give out. I don't know how many James has to give out. And here Ken has decided to put Garrett next to me.
Oh, well.
Ken.
We are back.
We got Garrett on the telecast with us calling the plays.
Yeah, where are we at here? Just stepped out of the field.
Look at that laser actually melting the Onager.
That's a green laser. I haven't seen a green laser.
That's beautiful.
Like ever, actually. Yeah. I'm a little bit jealous.
That might be a weapons grade laser. I believe Chris is in the military, so that might be
That could be. That's where he got that from.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are. I don't know what you guys have been talking about back here.
So
but
what I'm bringing you back into the conversation,
All right.
Garrett, and for anyone who's went and had a cup of coffee or whatnot, the CR90, I believe, will activate first.
Okay.
Yep. And we just got confirmed that it's a navigate dial. It will be spent. He had to do that to
Right.
get out of the onager
That's
arc.
right. CR90 is vulnerable. MC30 can take it.
Yep.
I 100% agree. 100%, as Fox would say.
It's just a matter of how hard does he turn in. We're only turn 2. There's no need to be necessarily super aggressive. I'd kind of prefer more of a swing out. I really like the look of that tool right now where it is.
Yep.
Because you want to avoid the next onager shot.
Right, because if you make James turn to the left there, he's going to lose a lot of time trying to take out the other ships. And especially, he won't get his Ramadi obstruction, right?
Next turn he won't, because he will move off of that. The onager will move
That's
off
right.
of the station.
And so all his Ramadi targets will be behind these asteroids.
Now Varnillion does have an accuracy right now.
Is that what's loaded over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is huge, right?
Yep.
You'll guarantee that lockdown.
He's price 2 on there.
No price.
No price?
No price, but he has veteran gunners as well. I'm going to pull up the list
Trying to
here.
remember.
Yeah, sorry. This is game 12 here.
All right, he's checking for his ignition shot here. Looking like arcs. James is trying to decide. All right, he's revealed a con fire, it sounds like. It is going to be the onager. Yep, onager con fire. I'm sure he's
Okay.
going to take that as a dial.
Has to shoot the MC30 with the ignition shot here.
Yep.
Has no other options.
Side of the MC30.
Okay. That's a good choice rather than the front. The front he might have been able to angle away
That's right.
on a subsequent move, but with the side, James knows he'll probably get to. Here's a shot.
Ooh, not a great roll. There's that con fire.
A lot of damage.
Yep, he is going to vet gunners. Yep, I agree with this.
Looking for accuracies. Not enough. He wants that big onager shot. Here we go.
There it is. That delivers. 2 accuracies.
Okay, so he's going to lock down the evades.
Yep. And you said it's foresight, right?
Yeah.
Choking Titus with Vader.
Oh, going for a big
I
shot.
forgot about Titus on there. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
Four,
foresight
five,
can
six.
redirect to 2 sides with his redirect
That's
ability.
right.
He's going to have to do that because with
So this is 9 damage.
He's
We're sitting
gonna-
on right now.
that's a lot for an MC30.
So he's hitting the side. He can redirect 3,
Lo-
5, 8. So 1 will go to the hole, and that will be a critical.
He has locked the evades, and Chris is spending a redirect.
Yep.
Can we go back to the table?
Yep. Hit 2 over there for me. All right, perfect. All right, he is going to pull a crit, though, I'm sure. I think he's going to be able to take, yep, power failure. All right, not huge on an MC30.
I don't know what power failure is.
Isn't that having the engineering value?
Reduced?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, rounded down.
So how much hull damage does the MC30 have?
It should have just have 1,
Just
right?
1?
So he
Okay.
redirected 3 to the front. Yep, there's Ken's got it for us. 3 to the front, took 3, and then it should have took 2 on the rear, too, I think. 9 damage, yeah.
So he's got only the only shields he's got.
Are on the right-hand side.
Yeah. Otherwise he is empty. That is a devastating shot.
Monster hit.
But-
That's the onager.
He gets to shoot. He gets to activate first. Next round.
That's right. He'll be able to get out of this. He'll be able to shimmy out of the way there.
So what James is going to do is he's going to make a bad choice for Chris, right?
Yep.
He's going to now. That MC30, well, he's going to make it so that Chris will have to either activate the MC30 or risk losing Jaina's light with ignition.
Right.
Oh, maybe not.
All right. He's going to see where he's going to put the ignition token.
With that. With that move, Jaina's light might be okay. Next turn. It'd be really good to know whether Jaina's light is in the arc of the onager.
Well, looking from our fishbowl
Doesn't look
view
like
here,
it is.
looks like it's going to be
Way out.
out. As that curved line from that green comes, I think it's going to be safe.
Can we go to that?
Now, this MC30 at speed 4 should be able to jump, but I don't think it can get out. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that MC30, even with speed 4. Right. Okay, so Ken has confirmed that the CR90 is in the regular arc of that onager, but not in the ignition.
We can see that a little better here with this angle here.
Right.
So that means the MC30 can shoot here. It might be in Akbar range, you
Right.
think?
I don't think so. Well, let's see where he puts his. He's put his ignition token directly in front.
Right.
I don't. Looking at this ruler right now, if we switch back to 2 here. Oh, they took it away. That's got to be right on the edge. I'd have to see the measurement. All right, we got the GR75 going with a nav command. And I think he's trying to get back up to speed 3 like his original intention was before Titus slowed him down. Yep, he is going to 3.
So I think that ignition shot, that might be the last ignition shot that James gets to take this game. Because that MC30 will activate first next turn.
Do you think it can jump out of the way?
It might not be around much longer.
I don't think that MC30, even at speed 4, will be able to jump its rear out from that ignition.
Well, no, because it hasn't activated yet.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Next
yeah,
turn.
he's gonna go and then jump before that Andre gets to take another shot.
Right.
You're right. All right. Looks like we got James's GR75 taking a squadron token, and Cobb's netting it over to the interdictor. Okay.
I wonder why the squad token, maybe for a little bit of flexibility, James tossed the engineering token to accommodate that squad token.
On the onager. It looks like Ken said.
He's got some squads in range. So
he moved Merrick Steele back there behind the interdictor. And Merrick Steele can clean up.
that might be a Merrick Steel shot on the MC30 coming up.
Insurance.
Yep. Foresight's not doing a ton there.
All right, yeah, Chris is making those measurements right now. He's trying to figure out where his MC30 will land and how Merrick will be able to affect it.
Right. I don't think Chris can get squads into Merrick to tie him down. Because Merrick's got grit. He's going to need 2.
Right. And listen, he's just got 3 Z95s, Ketsu, Landu. None of these are fast squadrons. I think Ketsu's the fastest at speed 4.
Assault frigate squad. All right, so the assault frigate has a squad dial.
Okay. Oh, we got a roll here.
What is this? Is this a flak shot?
I'm trying to get confirmation where that black die came
Okay,
from.
so this is an A-wing into the front of the Onager.
Oh, I see. He flew that up there. Tycho. That's right. He does have Tycho at speed 5 to affect. Well, Merrick's got grit.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough.
Yep.
So, but you get a damage on the Onager, right? You start chipping away at it.
Uh-huh. All right, he's sending a Z95. These reds can be fickle, but rewarding.
Here we go with the Z95 shot. Miss.
Ooh, accuracy.
Chris trying to just pour any damage that he can into it. That's the threat. The Onager is the threat in this list.
Right.
So that's the priority for him.
He can remove the Onager, then he can focus on getting at least one station down with Jaina's light.
Yep. He needs to take that Onager down. That's the question for this game. How quickly can he do it, and what does he lose in the process? Remember, Chris does have an engineering token on that MC30.
He does.
Which could be key to move shields around.
But hold on, we're on power failure. The assault frigate's firing at the station. That gives us 1 critical hit.
So
Slave turrets. We got another crit.
So the station has taken 2 damage. Reroll with Kate Consholen for 4 damage on the station.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so that would be must be a front shot.
Yep. Front to front. So this station's only got 10 hull points, so that's already down to 6.
Right. That could be dead next turn.
That got taken care of quickly.
Yes, which Chris needs to do. So I think we've kind of seen his strategy. Take out 1 station, prioritize the onager, and then...
And this will let his assault frigate also clean up a Gazanti, too.
Well, he's only going to get one shot with the slave turrets.
Yep.
Remember.
Well, I'm just saying, as the rounds go by, he'll take out the station, move on, and then possibly take out a Gazanti in round 5.
All right. So Chris, out of side arc of the station. Looks like he was also out of range for the onager. So
Yep.
not like a great spot for that assault frigate, but maybe he doesn't need to rush it. This is only round 2. That station will go down.
That's right. Now, the interdictor does have decaps, I believe, so we'll be able to get a shot on him.
So it looks like we have a Gazanti activating with a squad dial.
Yep. Push these Imperial squads. Stop the bombing of the onager. But back to that MC-30, it does have power failure, so that engineering token is only going to give him 1.
Oh, great point. Great point.
So he can move a shield.
I think James is trying to decide what squads to commit and where.
Yep.
You know, he's got the Speed 5 Volt Scarus Interceptor, which is an amazing fighter. Would pretty much lock down those
Z95s.
Z95s the rest of the game. Probably kill him.
And Tycho can escape, but, Tycho, and it's almost frustrating only having Tycho because he can't double down on Merrick to keep him trapped.
Right. He does have a reserve hangar deck, but the Z95s look like they're probably out of range of the assault. Oh no, they're probably in the range. So Volt,
Yep, he's moving Volt.
He's moving Volt, which is your counter 4 ace. Going to Tycho. He's tying those 3 squads down. Now, maybe there could be an overlap. Going into Tycho, Volt throws 2 blue, 2 black. Interesting choice to go after Tycho, but
Yep.
maybe he's worried about the bombing damage of Tycho, right?
I think he's worried about just Tycho in general. He's a more valuable target. If he takes out a Z95, all he does is bring back another Z95. If
Right.
he takes out Tycho, Tycho's gone.
Things have been fast and furious for the start of this game.
Yeah, they're not messing around. We've already got objective play. We've already got an MC-30 near death. No shields on the front, left, or back.
Moving obstacles.
Oh, he is attacking a Z95 now. 4 damage. That takes it. He will have to do a reserve hangar deck if it's in range.
No, because it's in the Tycho.
No, he attacked
Oh,
a
he
Z95
did. He
this
changed his
time.
mind.
Takes it out. Does do reserve hangar deck. So they didn't attack. They did not attack Tycho. Okay. Yep. All right.
So that Z95 will come back at 2 health. It's already activated, so you don't really lose an activation there. But
And it's away from the onager.
and it might be in a position to attack the station.
All right. Here comes our next fighter.
Okay, so
With
Valen.
Valen.
So he's not going to be...
And he's got them blacks. This is going to be good for killing this generic.
Got a swarm reroll.
Swarm.
Oh,
2 damage. He lives on 1.
1, okay. Does look like Chris will be able to shoot the onager this turn.
John, turn off this picture. Is that what this is?
All right, so we're moving the Gazanti.
Yeah, it's activated 2 squads. It's checking range of this assault frigate. Again, station's going to be the target, not the Gazanti. Maybe he can throw a die at the front of this. It's out of medium. All right. Well, whatever. But every damage counts, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I really like this view here. There we go.
Okay,
All right.
here's the MC30.
All right, MC-30. He does
has
have
a nav dial.
nav dial. Okay, he's going to use that engineering token, it looks like.
Oh, taking it as a dial.
Engineering token. He's got power failure, so he's probably going to move that 1 shield.
Yep. Remember, Merrick is there, remember.
All right, here we go.
Camera, dice.
All right. Accuracy 1. All right, again, chipping away like he said at that oddger.
So it's a
Intel. He said it. He intelled his redirect. Yep. Can't confirm he did move a shield from the right to the left.
here's your Akbar dice. This is a side shot to the front of the onager. TRC'd that
Very
into
nice.
4 damage.
And he's going to lock his brace. So he's intelled the redirect and locked the brace.
Okay, so he's
Oh, he changed the intel to salvo. Okay. Intel to salvo, blocked the brace.
so James is going to probably spend his redirect, move some damage. But
Yep.
the sides of the onager are its vulnerable spot. Only has 2, right?
That's right. And James Light is coming around.
So he's got to be worried about taking shots from that interdictor, right? And Merrick, because the interdictor has not activated. The interdictor, does it have decaps on it?
It does have decaps.
It does have decaps. So this might take a minute. Try to stay out of blue range, but get into close range. I don't know if that band exists for Chris.
Yeah.
It might not be possible. He does have those 2 evades, to evade any long-range interdictor shots. He would probably discard to take out 3 with the foresight title.
Now, this is a dangerous play here. The onager does have a salvo, right? So if he gets up here, dumps, and gets no accuracy, even if he intels his salvo, that could be real bad for this MC30. Because then then the interdictor's there.
So look,
Can still take its decap, and then Merrick still finish him.
So he's double arced here,
Yep.
but that might not be a huge deal with Akbar.
Now what he could do, if he didn't want to take the salvos, he could shoot that obstructed station.
Here's the overhead shot. That interdictor looks to me like he's in range to blow decaps.
I think so. For
which-
long range? Oh, for sure.
Remember, he's got Merrick Steel
Yep.
to send in. Who's going to probably do 2 damage. This could be the end of the MC30.
All right, the interdictor is activating.
Does he send? So that C95 is there though. That might block the ability of Merrick to bomb. Merrick's speed 5, so it's just a matter of where can he get. So he's got Tycho on the front, the Z95 to the left. He might have a protective bubble, where
Right.
he can't bomb. We'll just have to see how far he can get.
Looks like interdictor revealed an engineering command. Probably took it as a token. Yeah, I don't know if Merrick can even fit in there.
Doesn't seem like he could.
Even at speed. Okay, he is decapping. I mean, this might finish it before Merrick
Right.
can even get side of it. So he's got 1 shield on the left and 2 shields on the right. The auxiliary shield teams. That's what the engineering command did.
Oh,
He's
so
boosting his shields on the left and right.
okay. So we just have to see how much damage that interdictor can do. He Truthy has to operate right now. Spending the squad token. Truthy has to operate like he might lose his M230 next turn.
Right.
Sienna's coming in. Interesting.
Sienna? Oh, she's going to try to remove that Z95.
Right. Clear
That's
the
the
way
plan.
to bomb.
That's the plan.
That GR75 might still be able to activate Merrick. This is a very clever play by James. Maybe he won't finish him off this turn. Trying to finish him off next turn.
But it'll make sure that one of these arcs, one of these rears, one of these sides will be able to take care of it. All right, here comes Sienna. I think he's trying to stay out of flak range, maybe. Oh, he's trying to stay out of Chris's. I think the Lando's back there. Yeah. All right, here we go. Into that Z95. It's only got 1 hole.
Got
Yep,
him.
that got him. Yep, well done. All right.
So now he's going to shoot.
Yep, this is the decaps. Ready? Decap shot. Oh, he really needed 2 accuracies.
So he could blow. Well, if I were Chris, I'd blow an evade to
Kill 2.
cancel all. Because it's probably
He's
a
got
long
foresight.
range.
He's got foresight. Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's definitely a long range.
So he's choking
Choking
Nita,
Nita.
trying to get that accuracy.
Didn't get it. Nope. Yep, there it is.
So he did 0 damage on that.
Really good
because
play.
Chuck the evade. That MC's 30's sole purpose right now is to get one incredible shot on that onager.
And it can do it.
So I guess there's no side shot from the onager, or from the interdictor onto that MC30.
All right, Lando's moving over there onto the asteroid. This is the squadron phase. Yeah, it really does look like I think James
So it looks
forgot
like
to move the interdictor.
James may have forgotten to move his interdictor here. We can't really intervene here.
Nope.
But
They might catch it themselves though.
yeah. So Merrick's moving. They've clearly moved on to the squad phase.
Yep. This is just one of those things where,
Yeah.
normally when you're playing a casual game, this happens. You just move it, move on.
Yeah. Just both players missed it. I wonder if. So Merrick has moved. He's trying to move into a similar position.
All right, looks like they're going to wrap this up. They'll probably catch it when they go into round 3 and activate.
Round 3.
Yep.
Okay, so Chris.
Because the interdictor is not at speed 0, right?
No. It's at
it's
speed
not.
1, I
Okay.
think. So the MC30's got to go.
Yep. Here we go. Let's get some monster shots on here, huh? Look at that. That is a textbook
Here's a-
MC30 double lineup.
Yeah, here's a question for the
Okay.
chat and for you. Do you Akbar?
Because
Or
you have to decide before you roll.
You get more dice out of the front because you have 3 dice in the front, right? But you can cake in up for a big shot.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
All right. So he's going to activate. Looks like he's got a nav command. Taking it as a dial. All right, he's going to. All right, here's where we decide. Listen, I don't know. I think I would take both shots. I would take both. I would not Akbar. So okay, he's doing front to front first. So he's
All right,
not Akbaring.
So he's got to be careful with the salvo.
Yep.
Good. That's good 3 damage.
No accuracy. Until the brace. He's going to X-Rax.
Okay. He's going to make it hurt.
There's a
Only
hit.
one.
He's just got Kaken. Confire token reroll. All right.
Okay.
Must have got that from Ahsoka. Or no, he took it as a token, I think, in round 1.
Okay, so
All
5
right,
damage.
5. Intel the brace.
How we need to know how many shields. Adrian, how many shields on the front of the onager? Two shields.
2 shields on the front of the onager. Before the roll.
Redirect salvo.
Redirect salvo. All right. So again, 5 damage, crit enabled.
So 1 should get through to the hull, I believe, because you should have.
So redirects 2 to the side. Takes 2 in the front. Did he blow the brace? Salvo back 2 hits.
So he blew the brace.
He had 5 damage, no crit.
All right, here we go.
All right, this is the side shot.
Chris redirected that 2 damage to his side, so he loses those shields. Here's the big.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
4, 5, 6.
He's going to get salvoed again, probably. All right, so we've got 3 doubles here. 7 damage. He is going to brace salvo. Brace it down to 4. What's the crit going to be, though?
All right, so he's going to switch a Varnillion dice in here, probably.
He's going to vet gunners at
vet
first.
gunners.
Yep.
Okay, good move.
1.
No, he's okay. Chris is okay.
Yep. Oh man, I'm gonna need a ship update here.
Yeah, we'll get you. We'll get the. So he's got to take the 4. So that brace to 4.
Yep.
That brace is gone now, right?
So
I guess he only redirected on that first shot.
he must have had more than 2 shields on the front.
We're gonna get you guys an update on
Yeah.
the health of that onager.
Did he not take any crits?
I think he had.
Oh, he chose not to take the crit.
Oh, it was a medical team. Okay.
Oh, all right. So the MC30's got 0 shields.
0 shields.
How much hull?
3 hull. Should have 3 hull left.
3 hull left, so none has gone in. So the Editor's got 0 shields on the right, 0 shields on the left, 0 on the front.
I can see it from here. The onager has taken 5 hull damage.
It has taken 5 hull damage. Oh, there it is. Yep. All right. Good move with the MC30. Oh, let's go back above here. There we go.
So Jaina's light is going to do a lot of damage into that onager.
It sure is.
Oh my! What a brilliant flying move by Chris. He has 1 evade left on the side of that onager.
With foresight. At
With
long
foresight,
range.
At long range. I don't.
There's no way.
He might not be able to take him down. Might not. The MC30 may.
Merrick can reach him.
If he can activate him, there's no. We'll have to see.
Yep. We'll have to see what the Gazantes are going to do. Does it look like Merrick is in medium, but the Gazanti comms net to the interdictor squadron token.
It's almost not even worth shooting the MC30 other than to try to get his evade gone out the side.
Right.
All right, so the onager is activating. Let's see what the dial is.
Looks like a nav command, and he's using his engineering token
to move shields.
I think honors are engineering 4 or 3?
They're 3.
3, so he's moved 2 shields. I mean, the only 2 he's got in the back.
He's only got 1 shield in the back.
Oh my gosh, really? All right. All right.
Side.
Oh, he's gonna do this Varnillion swap.
So he did this side shot. Swapped in a Varnillion accuracy to block down Chris's lone evade. So the MC30's on 1
hull
hull.
left. Yep.
This is to the
This is his front shot to the front of the CR. Nothing. Yep.
That MC30 is on fumes right now.
It's gonna get away, I think, unless Merrick still can catch up to it.
I mean, it just depends on whether there's a squad token or dial that can activate Merrick. I mean, even at this point, you throw in Sienna just to try to take it down.
Well, listen. The evade token is still there. He's still got a chance.
Oh, he does have an
he
evade
locked
token.
it down. So, he can use foresight to reroll both Merrick Steele's dice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not a great option with Merrick because he's got the 2 blue die. Right.
I mean,
so
but
the odds are low.
Yeah, but the options are also low.
Right. it's on 1 health. Let's be real here.
I'm gonna do it. Right. I'm gonna do it.
It's on 1 health.
MC's 30 is completely out of shields. It's got 3 hull damage.
But if Chris can clear the way to take out that by taking out that onager. Then Jaina's like can just kind of park it for a bit and spend the next couple of rounds taking out that station.
Pop in the station. The
Right.
interdictor's not going to kill it.
No.
Yeah, Assault Frigate's going to take out the station next turn. MC-30 is going to fly away if it escapes Merrick. And then the Rebels will fly into the sunset
this
here.
is round 2, right?
Yeah.
This is round
This
2.
is escalated quickly.
This round 3. Sorry.
Okay,
round
sorry.
3.
Yeah, we are in round 3. Yeah, round 3. Round 3. Man.
Round 3.
Little
Sorry,
too closely.
everybody. It's been a long weekend. A long, fun weekend.
All right, he's going to overlap Tycho here.
So Tycho, Tycho's black dice could come in really handy here.
Black Knot Bomber. Heals 1 card, so he's on 4 hull damage now.
You know what I wondered, Garrett? I wonder if Tycho, if that CR90 might have a squad die to activate Tycho to lock Merrick down. Wouldn't that be amazing?
I don't know. I wonder if he did switch that with Ahsoka to a squad dial. Probably
Don't
not.
know. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I think it's just a nav token. So they just confirmed the assault frigate is not within long range of that onager either, so it won't get the shot to finish it. But listen, we got Lando, we got Ketsu. Lando's gonna come there and just beam in front of that onager.
Absolutely. This is an interesting. This is this 80, 90 point squad ball matchup that is super interesting. The squads are this is not just win the squad war, then go bomb ships kind of matchup. This is get the bombing in the ships, try to take out squads, prevent, screen off from being able to shoot from shooting. So
Right. No, Rob. Tycho can't lock Merrick because Merrick has grit. So
Good point.
You
Good point.
gotta
Yep.
get 2 squadrons on him to stop him.
good point.
Which is
Thank
not
you.
going to happen.
Yep, you're right, Rob. Thank you. Maybe he could probably screen off maybe on the other side of the MC-30 to prevent the bombing. Probably
Right.
not with the speed 5 of Merrick.
All right, we got the assault frigate with an engineering, and he will be using that dial. All right, looks like he's going to use Ahsoka to swap out tokens here. I think he took that engineering as a token, maybe.
Confire.
Confire. He
Token.
turns it into a Confire token with Ahsoka.
Because he didn't need the engineering dial.
Yep.
Here we go. So he's got to think, is that Honeger's probably out of range, right?
If the onager was out of range, the interdictor's out of range. I mean, but listen, if he would have moved the interdictor, it would be in range. Which it has not happened. But anyways, he's really shooting at this.
So he's shooting at the Gazanti.
Side to the front of that middle Gazanti.
All right. So Chris needs an accuracy here.
Yep. I mean, really, he needs 2, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, he does have an intel. Oh, he intel the scatter.
Oh,
Intelligent. That's smart. Another blank. Oh, that was not a double.
Crit. It was
Hit.
it was a crit or a hit.
It was just a standard hit. Just a normal hit.
Kate Sholin trying
Yep.
to get some accuracies. He's got the damage.
Was it crit?
All right, so he's got 2 rolls. Kate Sholin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
No
he's-
accuracy still. Scatters it, but he does have to get rid of it because he intelled it.
Right. It will. Yeah. So now Chris can move.
So he did Akbar.
So that's speed 3.
He's going to go ahead and finish this station next turn.
You think so? He's
Maybe I guess he doesn't really need to. He's got options to finish it off. He's got time. It's only round 3.
because he's just going to circle that station, right?
Yeah. He's trying. This is the smart move. This is what he should do. Take out the Gazantis while they're there, and then take the station. The station's not moving.
All right. So now it's James's activation. Activating his Gazanti next to the assault frigate.
Yep. Gozer. He's
squad.
comms that's the interdictor. Squad, yep. Okay, he's the Merrick. The Merrick
Right,
play.
Yep. He's going to try to make him on Merrick.
Front to side of the assault frigate. Oh, this, yep, the reds from the Ramadi. Almost forgot Ramadi was here. Side to side.
What's going in?
Probably going to stop a redirect.
No redirect.
All right. He's hovering on that station.
So shield update for you on the assault frigate. It's now 2 on the front, 2 on the right side, and 2 on the back.
So we've just lost 3 shields. No big deal. That assault frigate is nowhere near in danger.
No.
Yeah, okay. You're James. You have an onager. 4 hull damage. Do you see any way out of this?
No, I mean, the Onagers goes down. That's what they do.
Right.
You know, he's got Lando on a rock, I think, and he's got Ketsu on a rock, right?
Yep.
So they're going to be able to take it down.
It's gone.
But he's going to pick up, how many points is he going to pick up with that MC-30?
Not enough to overcome 80 station points, probably.
All right, so the Onager has 1 shield on the front and 1 shield on the right, but
right.
0 on the back and the left.
All right, we got the GR-75 going now with a nav command.
He's got he might have a Ramadi side and front shot to the assault frigate.
Yep.
Which can hurt. I mean, maybe this damage will start to add up.
But if he has a few engineering dials, get him in the assault frigate. There's no problems.
The Gazanti was a GR-75 squad dial.
All right, James is trying to decide what squadrons to move. Okay, here we go. Looks like he really wants to lock down at least one of these squadrons to protect that onager and pick up some points.
All right, so that MC-30 is 100 points, but that Onager is 163 points.
100 points plus. I think he's going to get both these stations, honestly. So that puts him at 100. Sienna. Okay, here we go. All right, so he's going to move Sienna. Going after it looks like.
This is the screen. This is the
just
screen.
Screening from Ketsu.
And Lando. Trying to save the Onager. Interesting. And he's going to shoot at Tycho, it looks like.
Lando can get side out of that.
Shooting at Tycho. Going to be
1, no scatter.
Probably just take it.
Yep.
Lock down the scatter. So he's taking 1. Tycho's
Here we
at
go.
3
Counter
hull.
back.
He only won on the Tycho counter 2 because the Sienna has the obstruction.
Yep. Valen is going next.
Valen going next so he can avoid the Tycho counter.
Yep. Not good against Tycho, though. All black die. So I don't think he'll roll into him even. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, he's just trying to wear him down,
Yep.
all right?
Trying to make sure Lando can't sneak in there. There it is, 3
Scattered.
damage. He's got to scatter it.
Yep. He's going to exhaust his parts resupply to send it. Looks like he's sending it to...
Exhausting his parts resupply?
Yeah. Okay, so
Assault
this is the
frigate.
Gazanti taking shots at the assault
2
frigate.
more damage. Braces it to 1.
Yep. So you should have 1 shield on that side.
Front to
Second
side,
shot, accuracies, nothing.
No dice fixing there.
I gotta tell you, Garrett, this hall is now crowded.
Yeah, there's a lot of people watching this table.
With people trying to figure out who is the top eight, who is going to make last day of Worlds. Gazanti, I guess, is at speed 1.
Speed 1. No scatter on that Gazanti, remember.
True.
Vulnerable. All right, Chris All right, here we go. CR90 time.
Here we go. She's got him double arced.
Oh, I'm for sure into that front. Side shot. No Akbar. Confire. He's going to TRC.
Yep. So
Three
I
to the
think
front.
I think not Akbar's the right call here. You get stress these tokens. You get a little bit more.
He's going to brace it to 2, it looks like. Brace to 2. Looks like he's going to take 2 more hull damage. 1, 2. Yep, there it is. I think that puts him at 6. Front to side. Front to side. No dice fixing here.
1. Redirect.
Blows redirect to the rear.
Yep, had a shield on the rear.
Yep.
So no hull damage goes through on that last shot. But that onager is now 1, 2, 3, 6. Looks like it's got 6 hull from my vantage point.
I think so.
6
hull.
cards.
No
6
shield
cards.
except for 1 on the right, I want to say. Yep, 1 on the right, 6 hull damage.
I'm good. I can see it.
Wow.
6 damage on the onager. Means he's got 4 hull left.
Yep, they have 10 hull.
He's done a pretty good job of screening from fighters, though.
He has.
So he does buy himself a turn.
If things go perfectly and dice fail Chris, there is a slight 5% chance. But even if he gets away, though, I mean, look at all these asteroids in front of him he can land on.
Right. All right, so Chris locking in a CR90.
Yep, this is a good move right here. I don't think that keeps him in his... No, I think he'll just have side on him, side arc. Speed 3. Speed 3 in the CR90 now.
Yeah. Chris really had to avoid bumping himself and killing his MC.
Oh, that would have been a tragic situation.
Hey, look, things happen in round 4 of
They do.
Of a tournament here.
Yeah, these players are tired. So there is no defense tokens left on the onager. 6 hull damage, 1 shield on the right-hand side. All right, the interdictor is going now. Navigate, taken in as a token. And I believe it has a squadron token sent to it earlier from the Gazanti. Oh, he's taking the nav as a dial.
Yep.
All right, yep, here comes Merrick.
Yep. Merrick gets the auto 1. Let's see what the roll is.
Yep.
Chris, I think, still has an evade.
He has an evade that he can foresight away.
Probably going down. With the dice cam.
Dice, here we go. Locks the evade.
Dead.
Yep, that takes care of it. Wow. MC 30 down.
So that is 100 points to James.
That's right.
All right, so I don't think the interdictor has any other shots, has any shots in general, because decaps
No.
have been blown, right?
Right, and that shot would be, well, hold on, he's Ramadi. He does have he's got 1 red die, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So this would make it 2 red die.
Okay, yep.
Yep.
Into Jaina. He'll evade him.
So there is that shot. Into the assault, he's wearing that assault frigate down. Oh, no, okay, no, he shot the CR90. Looks like he's just gonna take it. Or maybe he redirected it. 1 damage. Okay, that one was into the assault frigate, and he did evade it. He's going down to speed 1.
All right, so the interdictor's going to speed 1. Or he does have the nav dial. So where do you want the interdictor to beat? Because you're getting outflanked here.
All right. His only chance now is to kill the assault frigate. right? So turn to the right and try and engage it. Because it's not like you're going to be able to turn and engage a CR90. It's just going to run away at speed 4.
Well, I almost feel like maybe you start to put the interdictor in the best position to deny that last station. You know? Try and double arc the CR90 somehow. This is difficult. It's a difficult call.
But Chris is the first player, though. So even if he gets him double arc, it doesn't matter.
True. Good point.
I say the only thing James can do here is try and engage the assault frigate. Yeah.
But still, you know, that CR90 is going to try to park it
He wants
to
to
that
keep,
station.
He wants to keep getting shots in the station. I agree. But with TRCs and a confire dial, he can whittle that down. Again, I think we're in round 3 still. Right?
Yeah.
We haven't finished this round.
And I think the pace is favoring truthiness.
Oh, big thanks to Sluice Goose for the super chat for the Empire. Adrian would agree. I don't know. The Empire's not looking in the best situation right now.
All right, so the interdictor does move. He went up to speed 2 to do so.
Yep.
I don't, you know.
All right, now we're in squadron phase.
So Chris has got 2 to activate. Probably Tycho. You know, Tycho could throw a black die at the onager.
Yep. Right. Oh, geez.
Lando and Ketsu are lurking on those asteroids there. Just, you know, Garrett, we're not too far outside of table range when you think about it. You know, you got a solid 3 rounds into that onager, probably not enough, right?
Well, here's the problem. The interdictor already has auxiliary shield teams, and he can just queue up engineering command dials.
Yeah.
I don't think they can drill enough damage in that thing to finish it off.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
the play here is take out the stations, whatever squadrons he got left, and keep everything else alive.
Yep. You know,
If
Truthy's got the intel officer, you know, to drill. You could drill through the brace on it. But here, you got to pick up points because you're down 100 right now. That onager is worth 163 points, though.
Right.
Something to keep in mind.
So Tycho is not taking a shot.
We are at the stage of the tournament where every tournament point counts.
Oh wait, he must have been locked by Volt Scaris and Valen and decided no. I'm not gonna attack Volt Scaris and take counter 4. I'm just gonna fly away. Because he can't attack Valen, right? So he just disengaged.
So Tycho disengaged?
You're right. Which is a smart move. Counter 4 is rough. Ketsu also disengaged, and Lando. Yeah. All right. Chris decided instead of engaging those screening squads, he was just going to pull back.
Okay, try and draw them out, right?
Yep. All right, we're moving into round 4 here. Round 4.
All right, so first activation will be almost certainly the CR90.
Oh, of course, right?
You can Akbar. So you're going to throw probably a Confire just to be sure, right?
Yep.
Because you need 4 damage.
He's moving speed 3. Drill into that onager.
Do your 4 damage. Put yourself in the right position to
drill into the station.
Try to get a double arc on that station next turn.
And worst case, Akbar into the station.
But first, do that 4 damage, and then evaluate.
Yep. All right. We are just waiting. Just waiting. They're still setting command dials out there. Looks like James is pondering.
This is a swift pace to this game.
Yeah, we're moving at a click. All right, here we go. Chris has made a decision.
Confire
Yep,
dial.
exactly. Here we go. Yep, Ezra. Oh, is he going to use Ezra?
Is he in range for Ezra? Ezra's range is 1 to 2.
Yeah, he must have been. He's going to move that station into beautiful shooting range.
So this move does two things. He avoids taking an extra Ramadi red
From
because
the
that interdictor is what would have been.
Well, the onager. Ramadi's on the onager, right? Yes, the flagship is the onager.
So here's the onager shot. Let's go. Let's get the dice
All right,
cam
ready?
up.
Ready? Here we go.
Akbar, he declared Akbar. Ooh.
Doesn't need that accuracy.
Oh no.
Well, he's going to get the 3 damage. Confire in.
Confire
There's
to
a
blue.
crit.
Got
Do a double.
TRC the 4. Got his 4
There's
damage.
4 damage.
No defensive tokens.
That does it.
John over here, everyone can't see,
Onager
is
is
excited
dead.
about this game. Why?
Yeah. Big brain move here. Big brain move.
So here's a clever. This is a play of the world champion, right? So James keeps asking Chris whether to take a crit or not, and the reason is because he had medical team,
oh,
and
yeah.
so he could pull his last card.
Could be a crew.
Could be a crew card.
Automatic discard.
Right. What a big Chris, very wise, knew what he was doing though.
Yep.
And said, nope, no crit. I will not spend a crit.
Just give me the damage. Blow up.
Onager goes down.
Wow.
So now, in a swing of a matter of minutes, we have Chris is now winning by 63 points.
Yep.
That's 7-4 territory. That is exactly the territory that he needs to be in to advance.
To day 8. And he's
John has let us know that he has forgotten games about
medical
about,
team.
about forgetting about that crit, not declaring a crit. That happened.
Because that's like a third of the damage deck is crew.
Right. It's 30-some%. I forget exactly what it is. Is
Yep.
a crew card. That was a really huge play.
Man, and these stations are toast. I think Gazanti that doesn't have the scatter, I think is also toast here. And Ramadi's extra die, also gone.
So look, with the scoring system, 60 points or 61 points starts to get you to a 7-4.
Yep.
Chris is has a 63-point lead so far. Now that's not counting the stations. I'm not really including that yet. So that's, those are technically still James's.
Yep, I get it. You're not counting your chickens. It is round 4.
Round 4.
Round 4. All right, Gazanti's going. Let me see which one is doing. It's either the one without scatter or with scatter.
Yeah, I don't think he still has the medical team unflipped, so I don't think he had
used
used
Gazanti with Squadron Command. He is moving.
Yeah, because he never gave him the crit.
I
so.
want to say that's Valen. I can't tell. Or Sienna. All right, no shots, just moving.
Okay, so that movement's over.
All right, it's time for this assault frigate to probably go. Yeah, he's checking his arc on this thing.
And that's the one without the scatter. This is his last chance to shoot it if he wants to.
Yep, checking if he's in medium. It would be big if he was.
I think you take the shot.
I think he is.
Let's switch over to the dice here.
Assault frigate.
Has a
Navigate. All right, yeah, he needs to turn right. He needs to turn in. That's fair.
spending an engineering token.
Yeah, he has taken a lot. He needs to transfer shields from the left to the right. Okay, he's taking the Akbar shot. Beautiful. Here's our roll.
Okay.
No evade. Evade's gone.
He does have
Akbar. That's it. That does enough.
Wow.
That's it.
He needed 4.
Well done.
All right, how expensive was that Kazanti? I think that
Either
was a
27 or 29.
Parts resupply Gazanti, but we'll get that confirmed for everybody. Okay, so that was the Vader. That was the more expensive one. So that's a 27
All right,
point
Assault Frigate is in just prime range to possibly take out, potentially, that other Gazanti.
Or the station.
I mean, he's got time to do both now.
He's got
Again,
2 more turns.
Round 4.
Yep, 2 more shots.
Akbar gives him a lot of options with these side arcs. All right, Interdictor is revealing a concentrate fire command dial.
All right, Interdictor, con fire. I don't know if he's got
Any good shots, right? Just 2.
throwing 2 at the CR90.
CR90, just evade it.
Yeah. Did he blow the evade?
Probably.
He tossed the evade. Interesting.
Well, I mean, the Interdictor is going to move and be
Right.
out of range, so it doesn't
he
matter
need
anymore.
it. Okay.
And he only needs 1 to do TRC90.
So Interdictor threw 2 damage into the CR90. That he tossed the evade to blank all that damage. And there is not a lot defending those stations right now.
All right, GR75 pops parts resupply, sends it to the assault frigate so that he can use Ahsoka to get what he wants.
Chris has a 90-point lead right now. If he can get to the 140 mark to get an 8,
Guaranteed.
I think that guarantees. Now 7-4 might be enough.
Might be no big 8. 8
Nope.
clenches it.
And we have the world champion fighting for his tournament life right now.
Yep. His title slipping through his fingers right now.
Playing a good game as well.
Oh my gosh. Both of them are, yeah.
Yeah. Let me go to mix up the camera angle here. We'll go back to the overhead here. Yeah.
All right. We are in squadron phase here.
Put Lando on the asteroid. Really just preserving options.
Did our Vader Gazanti go yet?
Yeah, that was the one that got destroyed. Was the Vader Gazanti?
What about the one on the other station? I don't think that went yet. Maybe I missed it. But anyways. Oh, no, here we go.
I think they just removed him.
I think they caught it. There we go.
They caught it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So he did have a squadron dial, but nothing to do, so he just moved. All right.
Now we're moving squads. I think that's Merrick moving next to the Interdictor. James has got to try to pick up some squads at this point. I think that's his best chance to score points.
And I think he's going to get denied it.
Right.
Lando's impossible to kill at this point.
He's on a rock.
Ketsu's got to scatter.
Look, yep, Chris is moving the squads away. This is
Yep. And Chris, he doesn't want to lose his Z95s. They're easy to kill.
right.
He's not going to give up 8 points.
Putting what he can on a rock, moving Tycho out of the way. Chris knows he's up, right?
Right.
He knows he's up. Round 5.
Round 5.
All right, we're
Ken
gonna.
wants to pop back in here, and we'll
We're-
finish up killing these stations probably.
Well, all right, I'm back, folks. That was an interesting game that I've been watching from the sidelines, and we're just going to do another swap for you guys to have a little bit of fun. So Ryan's going to take a break, and John is joining me once again here
I
on
am
stream.
here as well. Man, this game has been intense. As Ryan was saying earlier, I got a real kick out of every time Chris did damage that had a crit into that onager. That he was offered the choice of, do you want that crit, right, please? I want to try to discard it with medical teams. So I thought that was funny because I've forgotten that people have medical teams.
So
in
we
the
have a
past.
concentrate fire on that CR90, and we have a shot. These are shots on the station here.
Ooh, 5 damage onto that station. I think that station has 5. And the other one had 4 damage on it, so only 6 left. So both those stations are getting whittled down quickly.
Okay, so we've got 4 damage on the left station, 5 damage on the right station. No, other way around. 5 damage on the left station, 4 on that one.
Yeah.
Nope.
We had it right.
Okay, I had it right to begin with. 4 on the left, 5 on the right, based on the way you guys on the screen are looking at it. Yes. Let's actually go over here. I think that's most of the action that we can see. Actually, this might be even a better angle here. We could see some stuff. Not really. How about over here, John?
They are in, I was just telling Ryan this a second ago, they are in like this special spot on the board that there's not a good angle.
I've been moving a couple camera angles around, so we've got stuff here just to try and do something. And apparently we're being told that we're getting cupcakes. So special shout out and thank you to Atomic Mass for that. We've got the Gazanti taking squadron dial. We're going to move a couple squadrons around, see what happens here. Both into Lando. Now, Lando has not yet been shot yet.
Who is obstructed? Lando's just going to be trying to hold off as much as possible.
Well, this is going to be, it's now in a tough spot here for James because he's lost his Sienna firing into Lando.
This game has been extremely tense.
This really has. I could feel it while I was next to the table. Just the, I could see both Chris and James just fully concentrating on every little thing happening in this game, to the extent of, I mean, they are completely unaware of everything else around them.
Yes, they are.
Salt frigate
Salt
Frigate firing into the station, utilizing Akbar. There's 1, 2.
Slave turrets. I
So
bet
that
this
was
is going to be a reroll.
That's probably we're going to cake it and shoal in a couple dice here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Here's 2, and 3, 4, 5. I think that is that enough to take it out. 1 hull left on that station. We're down to -9.
Oh, concentrate fire.
Confire token. Do we get that extra die? We're gonna bring this up for you guys to see in full glory.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That's an 40 points that he gains there, but also 40 points that James loses.
does not get.
So 80-point swing.
Lots going on here in this final round. Not looking so great for James right now.
No. Chris has done a very good job of trying to line up on the stations to do as much damage as possible at the end of the game. He took care of things up front first, and then did Ezra move the station to a place that he could.
The interdictor taking a squadron dial
to it was a very good plan.
Yeah, very much so. I would agree. I would agree wholeheartedly. Merrick into Lando. 3. Bracing it down to 2. I think that puts Lando at probably 4 or 5. Valen now firing into Lando. Jumping over that rock. Here's his shot. And there's another 2.
Tossing the brace to only take 1 damage. What is Lando currently on?
Lando's now
on
at 2.
This is a very very tense fight.
This is just something else.
Both of these players playing for their chance to get into day 2.
Right. And this is still wide open for the championship. We'll try and update you guys as this game is coming to a conclusion. But as far as this one goes, I mean, Chris is really attempting to do what he can to maximize his chances to get into that top 8.
Yes, he is. Yeah. He just missed out last year to getting into day 3 as well.
So here is his opportunity to redeem himself from last year, really push himself to get into that tournament slots, to continue competing at this level. We are now moving in to turn 6. But before we do that, we're being told, nope, they've got a couple squadrons yet to move.
Most of them are just moving out of the way.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening here. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out so you guys can see them running away in fear and terror. We're now at the point to where the ships are so spread out that it is going to become difficult to really showcase all the ships.
Starting round 6, so we're going to be completely finishing this game then.
Yes, we will. And we're only about an hour and a half into it, so there's plenty of time left to go. But I have my suspicions, John. This game is going to be over relatively soon.
Yes, there's very few things that need to take place for this game to end.
Right.
There will be a couple shots that are going to be on the station that only has 5 health left, and then all those fighters trying to gang up and knock out Lando, who only has 2 health left.
Sierra 90, Confire into the station, Akbar. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There goes the station. There's another 80-point swing. This is telling a story. This has definitely been an exciting match that we've been able to showcase here today. Kind of glad we picked this table, John.
Yes, this is an excellent table to put up here.
Yes.
Because both these players had to play their hardest.
They really did. And we've got the Gazanti
doing a navigate.
Taking it as a dial.
Probably trying to move out of the way.
To get as far away as possible from the Akbar fleet. And that looks to be out of range. Okay. That was a they wanted to know. They would have gotten.
Sometimes things are better not to know.
Better not revealed. Yeah, I agree.
But I would have done the same thing.
Yep. When you look at some of the games you and I have filmed, John, we call it and then we try it out and we're like, I should have done that.
I mean, we stopped doing it because I'm like, the only way you're doing it is if you roll perfectly with no rerolls.
Yeah.
Like 6 damage.
Interdictor, squadron, and the token, moving a couple things.
The only way that anything would happen is if you rolled 4 doubles and an accuracy, and then you do it, and then we're like, oh, well, now we have to figure out how to explain this.
There's Vault. Vault, 2 hits.
Brace it to 1. I believe Lando now
Brace
is on
down to 1. It's into the side of the interdictor. Merrick. There we go. And he's out. James trying to take the points here, minimize the MOV. There goes that GR75. And this game is over, John.
Woo.
There's the handshake. This has been an incredible game to showcase. We've got people in the audience that are nodding their heads. They're thinking this was great. I'm sure the folks at home are happy to have been able to see this. I'm certainly glad that I got a ringside seat to this game.
Yes. Players are going to be adding up their points now.
That's exactly what they're doing. We're waiting to get the results, and as soon as we have them, we are going to let you guys know what it's going to be.
Do you think it's an 8, or do you think it's a 7?
I think this might even be a 9 with the points that you're going to get. I don't know. We're going to see. I'm going to lean on an 8. I'm going to lean on the 8. But I could be completely wrong.
It's going to be right on the edge. Wow.
Oh, this is
270, 130, difference of 140, which is exactly an 8-3.
That is
exactly
that.
an 8-3.
Now, how often do you see that close of a game and to hit right on?
This might be one of the best games we've had so far.
I think so. On
this-
stream?
We've had some really good ones.
Oh,
but
yeah. No, most definitely.
This one was just so intense.
It was intense all the way to the end. It included a lot of really good strategic play. And then this is everything from squadrons to placements of where that ignition token go to showcasing Ramadi hitting things obstructed through Gazantes.
Like spending defense tokens to just stay alive. Like
Right.
Just stay alive. That MC30.
Tossing things and everything else. This was an impressive game, and this is a clash of titans.
Yes.
You know,
it was.
two brilliant minds.
Two of the best players in this tournament.
I completely agree, and there's plenty of time before we get to the the end of the round. So this round began at 5:15. So it does not end until 7:30. So there is about 40 minutes before we get into the next round. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a break here for probably about half an hour. And as soon as we get the full set of scores, we're going to be back.
And we'll be announcing then who the top eight
are.
Who will be competing tomorrow for the chance to become the world champion.
Really, and it's I'm excited to be able to get this news to you guys. And John, this was a great game. We're going to be talking about this one for a while.
Yes, I believe so. Okay, until we come back later on, I'm John.
I'm Ken.
And this is Ion Radio. Stay tuned for who makes it into Day 3 Top 8 to compete for the World Championship.
All right, guys, we are back on the air from the Hyatt Regency here in Schaumburg, and we have the announcements for the top 8 players.
Man, this tournament was so tight.
It was something completely different that we weren't expecting. This was a lot of fun for us to stream, and I think now it's time to start giving you some of the results. So what we're going to do is I'm going to transition over to the T4 information. So in 8th place, I'm going to totally mess this one
Yeah, I mean, it's better you try it than me.
So I'm gonna do my best, folks. If I mess up, I'm sure you guys will let me know. I believe this is David Sarczewski.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, I'm glad you approve.
So coming in with 25
5
points and 275 MOV, there were 2 other players below him at 25 points that did not make it due to the MOV tiebreaker.
Right. So now let's look at 7th place here. We're going to scroll up slowly to keep this on your screen. And we have Nick Larson in 7th place.
Nick Larson had 26 points.
26 points. 1 loss, 3 wins. It's probably worth noting that David had 2 wins and 2 losses.
Yeah.
So this is a very tight competition that we had here.
Do you mind, before we go any farther, do you mind scrolling all the way down? I want to know
Sure.
the total spread. The lowest person had 10 points, but the majority of people,
28 and up, 20
28
points.
and up had 20 points. That is insanely close. Okay, we
That
can
that
continue
is
now.
that is really close. So here we go. In 6th place, Mackenzie.
Yes, with 26 points and just enough MOV to end there. He had 269 versus the person below him at 219.
Right. So enough to, again, getting in at 26 points is what you needed. So in 5th place, we have Jackson Lipschultz. I believe we had him on one of the streams, didn't we?
I'm going to
Yeah.
be very honest. It's all blurring together. But I
Another
believe so.
26 tournament points here.
Yes, 4 wins.
Yeah, 4
4
wins,
wins.
and they were solid wins. 6s and a good 8, which I think is definitely an important thing to move for. Should note that we have, 2 Imperial lists, a Rebel list, and that looks to be, is that a CIS fleet? That is a CIS fleet, a General Grievous fleet. So that's kind of cool. So those are the bottom 4 of the
Is
8
it a
that
double
we have.
recusant? Do we know that?
Which fleet?
No, I don't think
It's
it's a province.
okay.
Okay.
We'll get to that later on. Okay.
4th place.
You have Peter, and he is playing a Starhawk. He has 3 wins, 1 loss, coming in at 26 points, but his MOV is 305.
Moving on to 3rd place, Montana Hunter, 27 tournament points. Now we're starting to actually jump up in points here. 3 wins, 1 loss, but a good win at 9-2 here for his 3rd round.
Yes.
So again, a lot of competitiveness. As you can hear, we're only 2-point difference between 3rd and 8th.
Yes. Insanely close. Okay, going up to 2nd place. It is Chris. Chris was just on our channel.
Just on the channel.
And we wanted that game there because we're like, this is like the point that this person, whoever in that game won, and if they were able to win big, was going to get
Was
into
going to definitely get in there, right.
And they both went full out in that game, trying to get into day 3. And Chris did not just get into day 3; he came into it ranked 2. So big congratulations to him on that.
And it's worth noting that going into round 3, he only had 9 tournament points. So he got a big win in round 3 with 10-1, and then I saw the 8-3 victory that he had here at the end. So again, it just goes to show that if you can minimize your losses, you still have a chance to move forward into it. And actually, I believe he is the only player that we had with 2 losses in
believe Eighth did as well.
Yeah,
Eighth did as well.
8th did as well. So, winning day 2. And remember, all the scores get reset tomorrow for only 3 rounds to declare the world champion for 2024. Andy Grabber makes it in with 1 loss, 3 wins, 2 big wins, a 10 and an 8.
Yeah.
30 tournament points.
Yes, big congratulations to him. I'm very happy that he was going in. He's one of the people, you know how you have people that you like cheer for behind the scenes? He's one of the people that I cheer for. So I'm very excited that he took first, and he's going to be making it into day 3. So congratulations to all the players that were playing today, because making it into day 2 from the cut yesterday was an achievement in and of itself.
Definitely.
And then huge congratulations to the players that we're going to be seeing back here tomorrow who made it to day 3, because this was an intense competition, because 30 points was the first player, second player was 27, and then like the next 28 players had 20 points or more. This was such a close match.
And this has been the case for pretty much everything. I think the highest we've had in any of the days has been 32 points, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is abnormal. You would expect the scores to be a little bit higher, a little bit more spread out, that more of a bell curve approach. This is just all compressed, where almost everything is in one section that's on the top end, because, again, it's very competitive, and we have all the individuals here really working hard to do the maximum amount and really considering the strategy of their fleets and their opponents.
Yes, I would completely agree with that. So we're going to be calling it a night here, because we have a busy day tomorrow.
We do have a busy day tomorrow. We are going to be covering 3 games. Now, the way we do things, just again for heads up, we're going to start, I think, at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're going to double check that. Keep your eyes on the community page on the IN Radio website, and we will update the start time on the channel. But stay tuned. Of those 8 players, we can potentially showcase 6 of them, but maybe only 5, depending on how things play out. We're going to find out. So you won't get a chance to see all 8 of these fleets, but you will be able to see the vast majority of them. So anyways, that's pretty much all I have. John, you got anything else?
I don't. I can't wait to see you guys all tomorrow. Hopefully you join us and watch to see who gets crowned the world champion of Star Wars Armada.
All right, so until tomorrow, on behalf of the entire IN Radio team, I'm Ken, speaking for John, Garrett, Ryan, and Adrian, saying so long from the Hyatt Regency Hotel here in Schaumburg, where you've been watching the 2024 Star Wars Armada World Championship at AdeptiCon on ION Radio.